run through the tape. In life, never give up, run through the tape.
The Thunder and Heat get us started with Marv and C. Webb and Rachel. Then it's the Spurs and the Grizzlies as we welcome you to TNT NBA Tip-Off presented by Auto Trader. Here we are in Studio J in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson, you got Charles Barkley there, you got Kenny the Jet Smith here, and we have no Shaquille O'Neal tonight.
Thank goodness.
Sitting in for Shaq, it is the Hall of Famer, Lisa Leslie. What a pleasure to have you with us tonight.
You guys have no idea how excited I am to be here.
Well, we appreciate you bringing this tape of your personal highlights with you, too.
Well, I'm just saying, what you need,
really
Ernie?
Nice.
You need a three, you need a jumper, you need a hook shot. I got it all. A block shot.
I like that.
Dunking it.
Or a dunk.
Oh, my.
You were the first to dunk, were you not?
I was the
WNBA?
first to dunk in the WNBA, yes.
Awesome.
But
And,
definitely not the last.
yeah, and look at this. I mean, Hall of Fame in 2015, two-time champion with the Sparks, three-time MVP, eight-time All-Star, four-time Olympic gold medalist. That is a resume, boys and girls.
I'm not sure why she only made the All-Star team 8 times.
What?
You know what's really amazing?
What?
That Shaq cannot be here, and you still be the second best post-up player on the set. That's amazing, man. It's
very nice.
You leave and you still second.
I like it. I like it.
Well, we'll give you the first shot at this first game of our doubleheader here with Oklahoma City and Miami. And let's just start with Oklahoma City because obviously it's the 1-2 punch and it's Durant and Westbrook, and our guys upstairs have crunched the numbers when these two guys play together in a game and nobody's missing because of injury and that kind of thing.
Right.
And so you look at the percentage of points that they're responsible for, fast break points, free throws made, assists, total points, 48%. And so what is not to like about Oklahoma City in your mind? Or what's the cause of concern for you on OKC?
Well, when you look at OKC, if they don't score 100 points or more, they're not winning games. And so you have Westbrook and Durant scoring the bulk of the points, but who else is going to step up? Serge Ibaka right now averaging 13 points. They need a third guy, a fourth guy to step up consistently. And when they're on the road, that's where the problem lies. What can they do to gather more points? And they have to average over 100 points to get there.
Not unlike some of the stuff you've had to say about this team being too reliant on these two.
That's it's their fault. They have to learn to make the players around them better. I think Russell and Kevin both are terrific players, but to take this team and their game to the next level, they've got to do a much better job of getting Ibaka involved, getting Cantor involved, Steven Adams. Now listen, sometimes guys get upset. These guys are terrific players, don't get me wrong, but they do not make the players around them better.
If your head isn't turned by Russell Westbrook being second in the league in assists with 10 a game?
No, because his assists are he's not doing it. He has to pass. Ernie,
Do you think he keeps the ball too long? Like when you talk about point guards playing, some point guards are distributors. They get the ball to the shooter. When it comes back to them, they score. Westbrook keeps the ball for a long time, and that can be disruptive to the offense. However, when he's a beast, one-on-one, getting to the basket, his ability to score. But like you're saying, Chuck, the fact that he doesn't distribute and get players the ball and maybe in positions where they could score more often, they're out of rhythm.
Ernie, sometimes I said to myself,
Self.
I'm going to get Mark West a shot. I'm going to get Sabalos a shot. Could I get a shot every time? Yes. But what you notice their flaws won't show during the regular season. Because top to bottom, they're probably the deepest team in the NBA. But when they play against the Spurs, the Golden State Warriors, deep in the playoffs, they're not going to let Russell Westbrook and Durant win the game single-handedly.
Well, I think the word that probably you're looking at, desperation passes.
Yes.
So those desperation passes lead to assists sometimes. But I think overall, if the only team that I see in the NBA that really does it, and they're 20-0 right now, a guy can average 30-something points and everyone shares the basketball, which is hard to do because the volume of shots that the 20 shots that Steph Curry is taking is exponentially different from the shots that these guys take. So one thing you have to do, and what Golden State does, and what teams that have got, is speed the pace up. And if you speed the pace up, then there's more possessions. So then Enes Kanter then Ibaka, then all of the other players
Dion
around
Waiters.
them, Dion Waiters. They can get more opportunities because they have nobody on their team like a Klay Thompson or Draymond Green who are efficient with 7 shots.
Right.
Dion Waiters needs 11 shots to really be efficient. Ibaka needs 12 shots to be really. They don't have other guys who can take short-range bulk of shots.
Okay, let's move to the Miami side of things. And here they stand, Lisa, 10-6. And Chris Bosh says, look, considering the fact that we really didn't have much time together and we're trying to gel, he said, if you told me before the season we'd be 10-6 at this point, I'd take this. He said, that's better than I thought we would be right now. And considering the fact that Spo has had to kind of mix and match it for different lineups out there.
Right. Well, when you look at this team from last year, the Heat have had 30 different starting lineups, and that's because with Chris Bosh obviously out, you have Dragic coming in part of the season once he got traded. This is the first year that this nucleus gets to get together, and now we're going to see with Lu Deng out tonight, again, another starter inserted in with Green. They're going to have to find their chemistry. They are a very efficient player. What I do like about the Heat, they have good veterans, they have good new players, but the nucleus and building chemistry, it takes time. So them at 10-6, I think they should be very happy.
And playing good defense, too. Number 2 in the league in points allowed, and Whiteside leading the league in blocks.
Well, to me, he's the key. They're only going to go as far as Whiteside carry them. Dwayne is obviously slowing down. Chris Bosh is going to be consistent. But Whiteside, to me, he's the guy who can dominate the game on both ends of the floor. And he's the only thing, in my opinion, when I watch this team, this guy could be a monster. And if he dominates on both ends of the floor, Miami would be a very dangerous team in the playoffs. But right now, he's a little inconsistent. Well, he's really inconsistent. And when he starts dominating night in, night out, those guys are going to be tough to beat.
You got the last 30 seconds, Jet.
Well, I think overall, this is still in a rebuilding situation if you look at Miami. This is a really good team in the East, but not a championship team. So they're still missing something and someone to take them over the hump. There's no obviously, with LeBron James leaving, left such a big hole. They've done a good job of patching it up or band-aiding it, but championship level with Pat Riley and Spoelstra's looking for, that's not here yet, even if Whiteside, to me, plays at his best.
OKC is 11-7, Heat 10-6. It's game 1 of our double dip. Back with more on TNT NBA Tip-Off presented by Auto Trader in just a second. Have fun, Lisa, is the word from Shaq, who used to work here. Hey, it's Perfect Match presented by Auto Trader. We want to know who you want in game 2 between the Spurs and the Grizzlies. Ladies first. Chuck, who you got?
I'm going to go with the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, you tripping, man. You're going with the San Antonio Spurs and ladies last.
Yeah, I'm going Spurs, too. Who you got?
I got the Spurs for sure.
Trying to go to 16-4 on the year.
Yeah.
Memphis has picked it up lately.
Well, you hear that? That's that Spurs train coming. That's what you're hearing, man.